Nick some noise. It's your man, Why Me. Welcome back to another episode, and thank you very much for tuning in. I got the squad with me today. I got the clap it up, boys. Clap it up,
Let's
boys.
go.
What we talking about, man? What we talking about, man? This is the conclusion. This is the recap episode, as promised. Game 1, second round, Eastern Conference playoffs. Yeah, we took down Boston just in that game 1, like how we talked about on a previous show, man. I got BK with me. I got Rash with me. I got Ty with me today.
What's up? What's
Chuck is
good?
with us in
What up,
spirit.
what up?
Shout out to Timbo and shout out to El Jefe in the chat, man. We
Yeah.
hit, man. BK, talk about the game, man. How you feel about the ending of the game, the closeout of the game? JB gets an attempt to end the game
Ooh.
100-100 and misses. How you feel going into the overtime session, brother?
I felt good about our chances of winning. I think we had them on the ropes at that point anyway. They look rattled and we was rattling their chain. That's all we needed to do.
Yep.
They look real rattled and they shooters look rattled in overtime too.
Rosh, was they rattled, Rosh?
Hey, yo, son, it was kind of crazy because, like, yo, the score was like 66-81, and Jason Tatum just hit a three at the top of the key with like 240 or 240 something left to go in the third quarter. Yo, and the Knicks did it again. Like, I just seen the team just like they just sunk. Like they sunk. Like the pieces just fit, and they all seen the game the same way. And then from there on out, excuse me, like we going to what? 40 to something run, end the game at 108, 105. Like, yo, son, we built for it.
The vibe was amazing, man.
No doubt.
And you know, like we all stated, like we all lamented on the last episode, we needed a total team effort. And, you know, we got a big performance, not only from Jalen Brunson, but from our second cohort tonight, who happened to be OG Anunoby. They both scored 29 points.
No
and
doubt.
versus Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, they only scored 23 points. So we were able to, like y'all all said, neutralize them and sort of affect the way that they shoot the basketball. In turn, we made our own runs, the biggest run, obviously, to get us to win the game. Ty, how you feeling about, of course, the entire game summary, how we ended the game? Let me just hear your thoughts in general, bro.
Man, I wing shot, stop, whatever we call it.
Yeah,
that dude stepped up. That's what I'm saying. Yo, that was the key to the game.
Stop.
Man, them shot and the big shots, yo, being all over the floor, diving on the floor, ripping the ball out. Like, I mean, grabbing rebounds, snatching them up. I mean, pressure, 24-second shot clock, blocking shots at the end of the. I mean, it was just like
that was
Knicks
basketball.
Right, Nick basketball. We all agree with that. And I'm like, look, whatever happens, I want to see my Knicks. That's the Knicks right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we saw them for 25 minutes straight. And so did Boston. And they felt that shit. They
total team effort, basketball wins is what I love. Is, you know, again, is what we all discussed, is what you discussed on the first show. When we went and tried to drive home on the second show, the conversations have been crazy so far between all of us. I miss Chuck right now.
Yeah,
shout out to Chuck. He's with us in spirit. You know what I'm saying? I think he said this also when we gave Chuck the ISO on the last episode. He said we are built to beat this Boston team. You know, we obviously built to defend and play basketball with this team. But, you know, BK, talk about the defensive effort, obviously from wing shot, wing stop, slingshot, wing stop, or whatever you want to call it. We got a total defensive effort from OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. Talk about it, bro.
Listen, them two boys was out there, and Josh Hart, all three of them, they was out there hooping. Like they didn't care about they didn't care about nobody on the floor. They was just doing what the fuck they needed to do. Like I was just looking at Josh Hart numbers. Like, yo, he had 11 rebounds,
11 boards. Yep.
And
11 boards for Josh Hart for sure.
And we needed every last one of them boards.
No 5 offensive rebounds.
5 offensive
rebounds.
5. Some rebounds are built differently, you know.
It was crazy, right? So the defense was definitely there from OG. The defense was definitely there from Bridges. The defense was definitely there from Hart. Did you have any reservations about the way any of them were switching off on Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum? Did you have any reservations during the game, Rash, about the way they would? Go ahead, BK. After you go, kick it to Rash.
I did, because one of the reasons was when we stopped switching as much, we played better.
Okay.
And my thing is, like, I don't like how in the NBA now that's every team does it.
They go to the zone.
Off. They be switching off to everybody. I don't like that. Yo, play a man.
Got you.
Because you got two guys that can actually man up with Tatum and Brown,
and they can alternate.
So, and you can throw Josh Hart in there at some point, but still, like, I really don't like Towns on the wing trying to guard one of them, but he did what he had to do to that.
Did what he had to do. Rash, talk about the defensive effort from your boys, man. What's up, Rash?
Yo, I'll say it like this. Chuck was right on a previous show. Like, we're built to beat them. Like, all season without Mitchell Robinson, and then you cited in the last show, the last game that we played where it was a close basketball game. We were going over all the screens, so we were chasing them off the ball and denying the basketball, kept draining the shot clock. And Boston just does not play like that. The only two players that they have that can break you down in the dribble is an attack and really beat someone of, like, good defense, or anybody on our team, not Jalen Brunson, is Tatum and Brown. And whatever the reason, that's just how they play. Like you said, they're going to take their 3-point shots. How many points they put up today? 60?
15 of 60, 25% from 3.
And so that's how they play basketball, right? So how they play basketball, we have to defend how they play basketball.
Right.
And how we defend how they play basketball, they're not going to have too many back cuts. They're not going to have too many bad screens. So now we have Towns. Now we have him switching and playing man of defense, because, like, dude, they can't shoot over you unless they time it right, and they can't go by you. They're going to have to take 3-4 steps before you take one. So whatever spell that Karl Anthony Towns is under at this moment, he is moving his feet. He is identifying. No, more than that, he's identifying space on the defensive end. He's taking away passing angles with his height. Like, he all of a sudden became smart on defense. It looks amazing.
This is what you're saying, though. What and I would like to elaborate on what you're saying if I can, and I'm gonna kick it to Ty, because Towns is adapting to a different style of basketball other than his body or his position on the court being a perimeter basketball player. He's having to deal with the nuances of an actual center, like an actual 5 that can shoot, as opposed to a shooter who occasionally plays 5. You know, he didn't really have to do that in Minnesota, but the reason why we hired him is to play the 5, but to also extend the spacing on the floor. So Ty, like, talk about it, because Towns, you know, again, he's close to fouling out of the game. The fouls that were called, you know, are obviously those typical types of fouls that get called on Towns, unfortunately. And I had to tell my girl, like, it's not all his fault.
Right.
Put smaller players on him. He still should be allowed to make his natural basketball moves. And if you put a guy 6'4" on him, his elbow is 6'4" off the ground, like, how is that his fault? So they forcing him to play basketball differently. He's having to adjust. He can't play post. He's getting forced out of the shooter box. So like, Ty, not to be long-winded, but, like, talk about that and whatever other, aspects of the game that you thought were important to get us the win today.
To talk about Towns, I thought was key is that initially they was trying to, he was just so used to like, oh, I'm gonna play real hard. And then when they were driving, that's why they were getting them. But really, I think it clicked to him. He's like, it's actually all right if you drive.
Yeah.
And so what they started playing, you saw they started playing with around the ball. He was like, all right, I know I'm playing the three.
Right.
And so all of a sudden, he was playing the 3-point shot better in the second half. Like I actually could see in his feet, he was like, nah, I'm not gonna dance with you like that.
Yeah.
Like if you drive, I trust that Josh is gonna be there. I trust because those three, and they the anchors, man. The three of them, and I keep going back to them. Josh, Wingstop, man. Like anchors.
They those gears. The gears that's connected to each other, and then one gear starts to turn, and the other gear turns, and then
And you saw like it wasn't even. I mean, he wasn't even having the rim protector as much. Like Josh Hart was rim protecting.
Yeah.
Bridges was OG was rim protecting.
He was there.
Yo, you saw that one drive by Brown. He thought he had it. He went that layup.
Yeah.
And who was there? Brown. I mean, OG and Hart was right there. It was like, get that out. And so
man, the defensive effort was so tough, man.
Right. So while I will give Towns credit, I think it was a team. It's finally it's a team defense, right? Yeah. And we always say, I'm like, don't have him be your weak link. Trust that the rest of your people got your back. It ain't all about you.
No doubt.
So that's what
they left him out there. They left him out there.
They left him out there.
They left him out
there.
Yeah.
We got you, son.
Answer this question for me real quick. Also, I want you to comment on the fact that throughout the first half of the game in certain courses of the game, Josh Hart was left as an open shooter. Do you think that he was aggressive enough tonight in shooting the basketball? Because I thought that he made some big shots. But I also thought at the beginning of the game, he was possibly thinking too much. What do you think?
So it was interesting. So like the first two possessions, I thought he was great. Remember, I was like, yo, when he hit, what's the name?
Yeah, he hit Kristaps with the fakie,
And of course he was like, I think that's what got him hurt. He's like, all my stuff broke up because Josh embarrassed me.
No doubt.
You know, so he made that, and then he made another play where he went to the bounce. Okay, because even if you don't score, that I knew the game. We say the game plan. I was like, KP's gonna guard Josh Hart and he's gonna roam.
Yep.
Right. So he's got to be aggressive, but I also think they don't necessarily have to use him as the picker. And I think that's what happened in the second half. You noticed that Josh Hart wasn't the person doing the screen. He was actually the one cutting from the weak side.
Yeah.
That might be better because why would they want Josh Hart to be the person to be the creator. I got OG, I got Bridges, I got Towns. Let them set the screen, which is what was happening.
Yep.
And then now Josh Hart didn't have to be the finisher. He didn't have to finish most of the game in the second half. He really didn't have to finish. But he took shots, like you said, he took shots in rhythm that even when you miss a shot in rhythm, that helps your whole offensive flow. Because when you don't take the shot when you're supposed to, y'all all hoopers, you don't take the shot. I did all this work, I passed it you, and you're gonna do that, whatever he did from the elbow.
Oh, he tried to float it to town. I thought about that, and we've all been in that situation, but it's just that it's the communication. It's the communication like that.
Shoot that shot. Even if you miss, Towns had position. So even if you thought in your head, like he thought in his head, oh, he got position. Oh, great. Put it up at the rim.
Yeah.
Nope. I mean, he got whoever on his back that's smaller than him. He's gonna get the offensive rebound.
But that's a good point, and it brings me to my next question. And because, like I said, with the chemistry being there, that's one of those plays where it's just like kind of how Magic used to play when he throws it into a certain spot on the court, and you already know like Towns possibly have followed the flight path of the ball. Instead, he fully boxed out, and Josh should have probably recognized that and shot it. So talk about that, because BK, I wanted to ask you the fight that we showed in Detroit. I know everybody, was kind of just saying y'all did all of this to get swept by Boston. All right, so that's out the window, right? That's out the window. There's no sweep on the table. We can devoid the gentleman's sweep as well. Talk about the chemistry that the team has from playing the Detroit series until just this first game. It's only game one, but we stole it. We did what we had to do. Talk about the chemistry that you saw tonight, the chemistry that we took from the Detroit series into this first game.
I mean, the chemistry has been the same. I think the main thing that everybody's stepping up and playing their part.
Yeah.
Because you had Deuce come in and give us points. You had people come off the bench and give us good minutes.
Yep.
Like Precious came up and gave us a couple of good minutes.
Yep.
Like I love that Precious play. I love that Deuce play. I'm like, yo, they gave our starters some time off.
Some time off for sure.
Yeah. So like when we was playing Detroit, we couldn't do that.
It was hard to give those a rest.
Out there. Yeah.
It was hard to give
so
them
you can already see that the coaching staff kind of thinks that Detroit was the stronger defensive team.
Stronger defensive team.
I think so. But sorry, I think just to follow, I do think there was a lot of similarity. I mean, of course, the game wasn't the exact same. There was similarities in game one in this game one of that series and game one of this series. Yeah. Remember, we had foul trouble. Josh Hart had foul trouble, so that's why Payne came in. There was foul trouble for Towns and Brunson today. So then Deuce had to come in early and was able to hit those shots. Which, to your point, Mario, Josh Hart was a little finicky. Then he got that foul, and then Deuce came in for him, and what did he do?
Immediately.
And we needed it.
It was immediate.
We needed that.
Rash, how you feel about the chemistry tonight, man? I know you want to jump in on that.
It's the chemistry. That's what this team is built on, right? Like the heart of our team, the chemistry, the most minutes of the combos on the floor is going to be Hart, Bridges, and Brunson, and everybody is being more effective and seeing the game a little bit more the same, especially OG in Towns. And OG, I shit you not, he's taking up space, and niggas better start passing him the ball.
Yeah,
because OG is cooking.
He is not inefficient.
He's not. He's an efficient shooter. He has spots on the court. Baseline, right baseline, left baseline, wing.
Give him the ball. Give him some room. Fuck it, because he plays a style. He plays a style in the paint much different than Towns. Yeah. And I would want him to be a little bit more aggressive in the paint. Try to draw a foul or two. Give him a 5. Put him in a 5 or the 5.1.
Yo, I think Rash, you brought OG up the elbow. You brought that OG fact up on the last session. Like OG, you've been on your OG. Yo, and OG been and OG been coming through though. He been doing his thing.
It's critical. It's critical for our success. Like, don't get it twisted. Towns, for whatever reason, and the great thing is, OG has won a championship. Like, he played alongside Kawhi. So he can, these moments, these games, these situations, like, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day.
Right.
Yeah, OG has definitely been big, man. OG,
and that was when he was in his first, what was it, second year, third year?
Yeah, first, second year.
Yeah. OG's been big all playoffs, and you know, he's another scorer that is an unpredictable scorer. Because he's able to score off of defense. He's able to score on transition. He's strong enough to dunk on you. He's strong enough to jump in contact. He's a good free throw shooter. He's an above average 3-point shooter. The next is obviously him getting that mid-range together. But you know, that's everybody's infinity stone, that mid-range. So that's why I like to see players who started or who have it in the beginning, and then they can step out. But like when players are kind of able to build their game, because at the beginning of the season, OG did not have this bag. I wasn't looking for OG to be our second scorer. I didn't even ask him to do that. Yes, it was for him to play defense. But now he can give you 30. He can give you 30.
Mm-hmm.
Bridges can give you 30. Yeah. Brunson can give you 30. Towns can give you 30. Josh Hart can influence or affect 30 points. Or, you know what I'm saying? In his own way. Defensive rebound and offensive rebound. So the tandem is growing. It's not even a tandem anymore. It's like a quartet plus one. You know what I'm saying? And Josh Hart is that he's that wheelman. You know what I'm saying? Plus one, because like, you know, we could sort of guarantee 80 points from 4 of our 5 starters. And then we can also have Josh Hart facilitating some of those and get his own. That's a full game. That's 90 points, 95 points that just our starters alone can generate. So
that takes to be on the floor.
Yeah, and it takes for them to be on the floor. It takes for them to be out of foul trouble. Like I was worried about the amounts of fouls that will be called, and we almost, you know, we did get ourselves taken out of the game by putting them on the line early. And you know, the lead was the lead. We went down 20. I don't think we blew it. I just think we lost the continuity that was keeping us in the game. But once we figured it out and the pressure mounted, we started to play that cardiac Knick type of basketball. So let's pivot a little bit. And BK, I'm gonna kick it to you. And after you done, kick it to Rash. Rash, kick it back, and then I'm gonna kick it to Ty. And we could just go a little round robin. Let's talk about game 2. Game 2 is in Boston. Boston shoots 25% from the three-point line. They shoot 35% from the field. The Knicks, however, we shoot 42.5% from the field and 45.9% from the three-point line. Our only bad percentage was shooting from the foul line, but we were still able to pull this win out. Do we do the same thing, BK? Do we take the same approach? Do we change anything up? How do you feel about going into game 2?
I think we gotta play. We just gotta play our brand of basketball on both ends of the floor. We can't get into the to what they doing. We got to make them play like how we want them to play.
Okay.
So I think we don't really have to change anything. We just have to be sharper on a lot of things.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we have to be sharper, and then,
No, I said no doubt.
Oh, and I think in the second half, like we got to play the second half kind of like we did tonight, and be sharper. I think be sharper on them in when they start shooting all them threes.
Rash, let me get an early prediction.
We got to make sure that we are on top of them while they shoot all these threes, because that makes a difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. It makes a difference. If we in front of them while they trying to shoot all these threes, they missing a lot of these threes. We got to take them out of that. We just got to make them play out. Yeah, we just got to make them play our game.
No doubt. That's what's up, man. I like all of those points.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Rash? How you feeling, man? Talk about the sharpness, man. Who gonna be the sharpest knife in the drawer? Game 2.
Listen, like game 1. Everybody, I need a full ship.
Need a
effort.
full boat, baby. Let's go. He said, "I got a full boat with the ladies doing the
shit. I need the tape guy. I need the training staff. I need niggas to have good breakfast. I need niggas to get on the bus on time. You crazy, son. I need everything to work tomorrow. On Wednesday. I need everything to work tomorrow. And the playoffs are about adjustments. And Boston is deliberate in the way they play basketball. So we shouldn't expect anything else. The only thing that we should do is exactly what we did towards the tail end of this ball game, was like, deny anything high. Anything on the 3-point line, deny that dude turning the corner. Don't let him turn. I don't care. Shuffle out. Don't commit. But don't let him turn.
That kid is a problem, man. That kid is a problem. I say he Cunningham on that bebop and rocksteady, bro. Like it's just a problem, bro. Like he's 3-point foul line. He flops the best out of everyone, bro. Like, oh my God, bro.
How Boston plays.
Todd, talk about that. Talk about this, man. Like, help me.
Yeah. So you asked me about game 2. Really, what I think we need to do is it's going to get lost in the game. But the beginning of that second quarter, Towns, man, it was very clear when we was giving him the ball, they don't got no answer for him.
Towns was going to
It was crazy because the beginning of the second quarter, right? And the reason why we had to stop it because he got fouled. He got in foul trouble.
They was trying to jerk my man.
Right. But even Kenny Smith at halftime, when he ran and he lost, by the way, because he lost.
Yeah, he lost to Chuck.
He lost. He lost. It was hilarious.
He lost to Chuck.
But he recalled, he's like, stay on the court because really they got no answer. So they're going to be trying to lock up on the wings, but that's cool. Get the ball in it.
He was baby hooking him to death,
I feel like Towns, it's going to be a different game.
That's the Towns I like too.
That baby hook Towns?
Right.
When he more closer to the basket and get the shots like that, I love that because we don't need him all the time out there on the wing trying to handle the ball. Him doing that, him trying to put the ball on the floor is killing us.
I think it's very difficult for him to do that. I think it's very difficult for him to dribble past Jalen Brown into Luke Cornett or into Porzingis or into Al Horford around Derek White. Like, that's tough, bro.
That's tough.
He's not turning his back on anyone and being effective unless that person's a guard.
Yeah.
It's just like he running the gauntlet,
But Boston has a lot of. That's what they've been doing. Has been putting guard. I mean, shoot. There's one point I was screaming. I'm like, yo, they got Pritchard on him.
Yeah.
Son.
I was like, yo, what are we doing?
Son. And I believe when he has somebody like Pritchard on him, because again, he is. I don't know why. When he gets back to the basket, he doesn't know how to shift his weight. I would rather him face up.
And I'm okay with him facing up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with him facing up.
Me too. I'm okay with him facing up. I just think we just need to get him the ball down there because he scored. I mean, it's fun. Yeah, because he scored on how many?
It's three.
Because think about it. I don't think he scored in the second. He scored once in the second half. I feel like
it's when he does this.
Second quarter. That's what I'm saying. That second quarter, with the beginning of the second quarter, he was killing. That's why we had the lead.
Yeah, we were first and second quarter, we got right on him.
Yeah. And so what I'm saying is it's going to be adjustments, right? So OG not going to get those shots. They're going to be like, all right, you know what? He done proved something. So in order, and we don't want to just go Brunson one. We want to save Brunson because we want Brunson to be Brunson and do his thing late.
Yeah.
I think we can buy some time and utilize Karl Anthony Towns early. I liked actually them utilize him early. Because then he also, like you saw, I think it also helped his defense a little bit. He wasn't as he started hitting shots. Yeah. He starts getting and whatever.
He was a beast around. He was a beast around the basket.
Which would be a little suspect, but whatever, they still work for us. So
he was a beast. He was a beast around the basket, man.
Yeah,
putback tips, tap-ins, and stuff like that.
That putback, right? So anyway, that's my thoughts for game 2. I think if we could do that and just allow, just continue to. Boston's gonna be Boston. They're gonna continue to want to shoot threes. Force them to not shoot threes. Like we said, if they don't take threes, that's better for us. But if they do take threes, we need to be up in their face.
Right.
That's it.
Contest. Somebody throw themselves out there.
This is crazy, man. It just seems like everyone has the potential to drop. I mean, it's kind of like they throw haymakers at you, and then if you throw enough, enough is gonna fall.
Yeah,
we withstood it though, man. And I just like the pace that we played with at the beginning. I like the efficiency that we started off with, and like we were able to maintain efficiency for the entire game. The only if we make our free throws at an 80% rate, if we make 80% or 75% of our free throws, we win by 10.
Yep.
And it's just the fact that a lot of those free throws were second misses, so they taking the ball off, and then that's a transition basket. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We missed the first one.
How many of those misses were about Mitchell Robinson?
Yeah, 7.
Mitch, unfortunately, but it comes to where, like, okay, he's able to also get the points back on the defensive end. For some reason,
he was his plus minus is plus what?
Yo, plus 13. He had the best
plus minus in the game. He missed all those free throws and still like imagine he makes his free throws. He's a plus 20 every night.
And I'll tell you, honestly, the plus 13 that he had was the second half. Yep. Because if he didn't start, of course.
Yeah.
And so that's when we was down 20.
Right.
Once we put him in, that's when we made that run. That's why we got the run. Because him and Deuce came in with the energy, and it was still the wing stop though. It was still wing stop with Deuce and
I don't know, man. Mitch. You might have to add Mitch to wing stop right now, man.
No, but the thing about Mitch, and this is why I was saying, yo, Mitch ain't rebounding because he had no rebounds in the first half, like none.
You might have to add Mitch to the wing stop.
I was like, yo, if you don't got a rebound, you got to take Mitch out. And so what happened in the third quarter is not that he was locking people up; he was getting boards. We was getting one and done.
Yes.
One and done.
Yes.
One and done. And that was the comeback right there. That was was it.
Because we were playing 21 minutes and grabbed 7 boards.
All in the third, basically.
Yeah, all in the
third. You know? Yep. And we needed it. That was a game.
We get 19 minutes from Deuce McBride, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3. Talk about Deuce's performance, BK, because like Todd was explaining, once he came in for Hart, Deuce seemed to be almost instant offense, like the microwave.
Yeah, that's what he is. That's what he's supposed to be. Right. He's supposed to be the microwave coming off the bench, like
young microwave.
Like, yeah, but he was on point tonight.
No doubt.
Like you can't take nothing away from Deuce tonight. Yo, he was on point. The shots he took, and when he took them, was right on time.
Yep.
He didn't take nothing out of the ordinary. He ain't try to make nothing up. Yo, that you couldn't ask for more from Deuce at that point of the time.
Man,
and every time he came in, he made some type of adjustment on the or either end of the floor, which was great.
Yep. We get such a clutch shooting performance from everyone. I mean, like everyone who took and made threes, with the exception of Josh Hart, was shooting at a pretty high percentage. And we only get 1 3 from Towns. So how do y'all feel about Towns taking 1 3-point and not making any?
That was great.
That was good.
Yes,
that was good. Okay.
That game called for that though.
Okay.
Like we didn't need him to take those long threes this game.
Okay.
It wasn't gonna help us. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Yep.
Listen.
I wanted to see Towns shoot over Horford. Sorry, Rash.
I wanted to see. Get my bag. Yeah.
I just wanted to see that he tried to drive him, and I just wanted to see him.
Listen,
young Dominican versus old Dominican, man. Shoot on him, man. Sorry, Rash, my fault.
Washington Heights, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Son, I'm gonna say it like this. I guess I want to be a believer in Cat because he's a Knick, and I want to believe that he's gonna give us one of those 30, 15-point performances. I want to believe that he hasn't given us that in the playoffs yet, but I want to believe he's capable of that. And I'll be okay if he's hitting those threes. Don't be sitting out there throwing up bricks, because that's what happened to Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum started throwing up bricks. I was like, damn, he's not. And that's when I was like, yo, is he ready for the pressure? Because Jalen Brown was the MVP of the finals when they won. And like there wasn't under too much immense pressure. And the Knicks put them under pressure. So that it's gonna be they say that the series don't begin until the home team, until the road team wins. But we won already. Yeah. So it's a series.
Rash, let me throw you a pass real quick. Jason Tatum goes 4 for 15 from 3. Derek White goes 5 for 16 from 3. Jalen Brown goes 1 of 10 from 3. Wingstop?
Yo, son, I'm gonna say it like this.
Wingstop.
Wingstop. Listen, it's a Knicks. That's Knicks basketball. It's Knicks basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's Knicks basketball right there. There's nothing else you can say.
Yo, we play defense. This franchise, we played like, with crunch time, we here. You know what I'm saying? We here. It's always been there. Before we unfortunately there was a lot of niggas like Brunson on the other side, like called Michael Jordan. But now we got a nigga that's like when we need a bucket, like give him the basketball, and he's gonna make sure something's gonna happen. Chances are 80 to 90% of the time is gonna result in some type of positive play for our team.
Right.
We have him.
Boys need to go home and rest, man. They need to go home and rest, man. We got 51 minutes from Mikal Bridges, 46 minutes from OG, 44 minutes from Brunson, 45 minutes from Hart, and forcing Towns to foul trouble 31 minutes. So maybe we could feature Towns because he got the least amount of play through the foul trouble. So we could possibly feature Towns in game 2 once again. Let him get us off to a good start.
Let's feature anybody who's productive. Anybody who start balling.
Anybody who play productive. You go.
Let's feed the hot hand. Feed the hot hand. OG want to hit a shot, you'll shoot again.
Yeah, I thought it was a couple times we should have let that thing go, man. Especially that one on Horford. Like, he was sizing him up, and I was like, he gonna drive the ball, bro. Just shoot on him, man. Shoot that, bro. We was saying the ball, like, I felt like as a team, we were so hot, like the momentum and the rhythm was there from outside, from the perimeter. Like it almost was a guarantee that it was gonna go in. Like it was just that we were shooting so efficiently, you know what I'm saying, from outside. The mid-range wasn't quite there, but we were getting to the basket. You know what I'm saying? So like I thought the team did really well. I thought it was resilient, man, especially being down all those points, man. Like I talked to my sister and I was like, yo, these dudes is losing, man. I need to get off the phone. I was talking to my sister and my brother. I was like, yo, these dudes is losing. I gotta get off the phone. Like I can't concentrate on willing these guys to the win. If I have to get off the phone.
Yeah, I kicked out my 16-year-old.
Once I got off the phone and I started screaming and banging on the table and like kicking my stuff over and knocking things over, like they started coming back. Yo, I felt really good about that, man.
So my 16-year-old came down and was like, yo, I've been following the game on my phone. And she's like, I never seen Brunson hit any clutch shots. And then he missed that shot at the end. I was like, yo, you got to take your butt upstairs.
Yeah.
You can't be down here.
Yeah.
You can't be down here. I was like, you can keep watching up there because he just been hitting all these shots. And all of a sudden he missed a shot. He never misses because you said, she literally said that right before that play.
Oh, come on, Shorty.
And I'm only telling y'all that because we won. Otherwise, I couldn't claim my own daughter.
Come on, niece. Come on, niece. What's up, man?
I was hurt. I was like, yo, you don't know what you're doing.
What are you doing? This is when they say that he never missed a free throw and then he boom, break.
No, I know.
Free throw drinks.
But yo, real talk, one more thing about next game. We got to you seen there was a couple plays where we wasn't getting back. We got to get back on D. We can't let them, because once we get on back on D, we was locking them up.
Yeah.
And then
they leak out. They leak out on longer shots.
If you look, man, they got a lot of offensive rebounds today. Boston, a lot.
Cornette was out there, bro.
A lot. I think
we got him in the foul trouble, but he was out there.
And so we got to clean up the boards because our defense, I think right now, we all agree, right? Like we could see that they are in sync defensively.
Yes.
Right? Like we are contesting. We're not giving up a lot of open shots. When they in that scramble mode, we good, but we got to finish those possessions because next game, they're not going to shoot 25%. And that's why they shot so many threes. They got the second, they always say the best 3-point shot is after offensive rebound.
Yeah.
Right. And so
they got 19 offensive rebounds and we got
12.
9. How many second chance points they had?
Shoot, I
gotta figure that out. It's just it's just like when you're familiar with the way your team shoots and you're used to kind of seeing that, you know the trajectory. Like how Dennis Rodman used to try to work on that. Like when the trajectory of the ball up a certain way.
Josh Hart got that.
You just know it. Josh Hart got that. Josh Hart, he's a ball hawk. He's just a ball hawk in general, man.
Yes.
Man, he's just a ball hawk in general.
Josh Hart could have been a safety, yo.
Yeah. To be honest. He's a football dude, you know what I'm saying? But like Josh Hart is a ball hawk in general. And the thing that impresses me the most about him is is the way that he just continues to play physically, and he gets rattled, like he argues calls and stuff like that. But his play, it never like dwindles for the most part. Never dwindles.
I think that's the best part of this Knicks team. Like, and again, I'm looking at Towns, and he's not giving up.
He's not giving up.
He's not looking defeated when things are not going his way. He's still playing hard. Like, I'm still watching him. Shit not going his way. He getting ridiculed. He getting spotted. You still see him playing hard. Like, even Randall wasn't doing that, right? Sometimes you looked at Randall was like, son, what are you doing? Why it look like
Randall got so mad. He started going at the fans. Like, they gonna say what they want. They gonna say what they want. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Those things happen, man.
They're in the game.
Yeah. You get put in that situation, man. You got one chance to react the right way. You got one chance to react the right way. You make the wrong decision at one time. It just is how it is, man. But shout out to Randall, man. They got a task against them too. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Cat definitely convinced me.
With Cat, and then I was watching Gil's Arena earlier, and we can wrap this up soon. I was watching Gil's Arena earlier, and one of the fans asked, did the Knicks win the trade or did Minnesota win the trade? Everybody was kind of still talking about the trade as well. It was a big trade. That's probably the biggest trade of this season. But, I think both players are doing well in their role. Like, the growing pains are there for both guys. We're not looking at Towns as a savior, but we're looking at him as a great addition to the team. And then, everybody feels the way they feel. But, like, I believe that the mastermind that the coach is, bro, like, he's shown that you can give him any roster. You can almost give him anything. And he's willing to change, like, what I'm saying, elevate the play of guys. He's getting dudes paid, getting dudes contracts. Like, that's what I'm saying about the coach. Like, I know everybody has whatever they have about, the way he kind of coaches and plays ball and plays. But, like, for a basketball player to come as a role player and then you go into a starter role, you excel, you get your like Tibbs has been doing that for a lot of guys, low key. But we can wrap this up if y'all feel like wrapping this up, man. How y'all doing?
Yeah. No, I feel good. Yeah.
We can keep the momentum up. The vibes
I'll
is
keep
high,
it in, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just happy. I'm just happy, man.
We got to win.
Happy.
I'm just so happy,
it's
man.
Almost midnight on the East Coast right now.
No
this
doubt.
is the night of Game 1. The Knicks have just defeated the Boston Celtics 108-105. Clutch performances from who, the captain, Crunch. Made crunch berries out of the Boston Celtics. OG Anunoby, the dog.
No doubt.
Bite marks all in Jason Tatum's ass. Bite marks all on Jalen Brown's ass. All got him. Mikal Bridges, I don't even know. He's like a Doberman out there. You know what I'm saying?
Give me that, Jalen Brown. Give me that. You ain't getting that shot off.
Yeah, give me that.
You don't want that.
I dare you put it in your left hand. You don't have one. I'm sorry.
You know what
I'm saying?
I don't think I've ever seen somebody get a last-second shot snatched out their hand.
When Mikal, y'all ever notice Mikal Bridges? When Mikal Bridges really locked in, he turned back to the bench like, yeah. You see him yelling back at the bench. That's the Mikal Bridges I like.
That's the second time that the New York Knicks defended a last-second shot attempt.
It was him
by another team.
And it was him.
And they did not get a shot off when they had ample time. It's not like they had to get a quick shot. It's not like they could have made a basketball move. They could have ran a play. Two people could have touched the ball. It was like 8 seconds left to go in both situations, though. Well, it was like 3.5. 3.5 seconds in this situation. And in both situations, no. These don't
forcing turnovers, forcing turnovers on the last 2 games in a row. At the end of the game, we forced a turnover. So I like it. A turnover on Beasley, the ball goes out of bounds. A lofty pass to Jalen Brown, and we were able to tie him up and rip it away. Listen, man, we got to keep the vibes high.
No doubt.
We got to keep the flow going. Everything we said over the weekend, on Saturday night, published on Sunday, everything we said willed our team to victory tonight. So whatever we were able to do and whatever information and nuances we were able to put into the universe, our team took that and received that and won the game, man. You have to believe that. And that's what I was just trying to say, man. Ty, how you feeling about that?
I was gonna say one thing I'll say about our team: we 4-0 on the road. So where's game 2? Where's it at?
We killing on the road.
We killing on the road.
Yep, we killing on the road.
Hey, it ain't too it ain't too hard to be greedy. We ain't greedy. Yeah. We ain't lost.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Let's go.
Yeah,
let's take another one.
Man, make some noise, man.
Let's go.
Some motherfucking noise, bro. You already know what the time is that we're on, bro. What the time that like so in like in closing and not in closing, y'all can finish it. Doesn't matter. I don't have to have the last word. But the time that we on, like I said, is just universal law. You know what I'm saying? We have nothing else to rely on right now other than to just will our team to victory. That's all we can do right now.
I know.
Say the things that need to be said and that need to be received by the atmosphere so it could go to Madison Square Garden, it could go to the TD Arena, and we can actually get this win, bro. Like, yo, we did okay. They said we didn't have a chance. Do we all agree that we have a chance?
We got a chance.
I always said that we had a chance.
He said, Richard Pryor asked him, he said, do we got a shot? He said, he got a shot, all right. In his ass. That ain't us. That ain't us. Like, we're like, Chuck said it. We playing with, I don't like that statement, but we playing with house money. Okay, fine.
Yeah, we are. We are.
So we are. Because, like, yo, if you believe in yourself, this ain't luck, bro. Cool. This ain't luck. You saw when Rick Brunson put that little boy on that basketball court outside. You saw what he put him through.
We got him. That's what we got. We got him.
You saw
it. As long as we have him, we always got a chance.
That's what I'm saying. You saw it. Yo, his mom's is probably holding the camera like this, like one of these cameras. And Rick is like, go get the ball. Go get it. You sure you want to do this? You sure you want to do this? Look who it is now. Look who it is.
Listen. He can't do it alone. No one can do it alone.
Nope.
And it's going to take a whole team effort. Again, adjustments going to be made.
Yep.
They're going to pay attention to OG. So we're going to have to find the next disadvantage to capitalize on.
Yes,
and
sir.
if I'm gonna say it like this, I believe we have to test the conditioning and the hamstring of Drew Holiday. Because I don't see him running around too much. I see him doing a lot of I want to test him more.
We need to keep posting Drew Holiday up. Post him up. Make him try to like plant.
How many minutes he played? He ain't played that many minutes.
Let's see. Let's look at Drew Holiday's box score. All right, so we get.
Well, nobody.
No. We get 39 minutes from Drew, man.
Yeah.
Drew's tough, bro.
Yeah.
39 minutes from Drew. 7 of 14 from the field. 2 of 7 from 3. No free throws. 5 offensive rebounds.
I would take the 5 minutes
from Drew. Yeah, we could take another pause. We could take another stab at Drew. But Drew is still a +2, 16 points.
I know, but and again, that's why I said I think because he's the one that him and what's his Brown, and just coming off the injured list, and you see Porzingis hurt, but you see who was other if Pritchard's touched the floor. Nah, I'm stepping on his ankle.
But you see where they put Drew at. They put Drew on JB. You see, that's all they were saving him for the last
JB. He was on town. He drew an offensive foul or defensive on Towns. Yep. So yeah, Drew was out there, man. You know, I don't take Drew lightly, man. Drew was tough, man. 39 minutes on a hamstring. We'll see how he reacts or how he responds the next game. But you know. we just gotta keep the vibes high, especially for health. We need a full squad. We need a full squad, and then like a bench performance, which what could possibly spell the starters and relieve the starters from maybe having to have one of those games too. BK, what's up? Want to take us home?
Because we only played 3 players.
Exactly. Like the only man.
Take us home, BK.
I mean, the last thing I'm gonna say is, all we gotta do is keep the vibes high. You know what I'm saying? Keep putting out good energy towards the team.
Yes, sir.
And one of the last things I say is just, we just got ride with these guys. So they on a. I put it to you like this: they're on a high right now from these last 2 games, and we got to keep them in it.
Yeah,
we got to keep them playing at that level. That's the level that we need them to play for the rest of this series and here on out.
No doubt.
We need them to
be. No doubt.
We need them to be on point at all times.
No
because
doubt.
we playing with a Swiss Army knife here, yo. Them boys in Boston ain't gonna lay down. So we got to bring it to them.
Not at all.
We got to bring it to them the whole series.
Not at all. Hey, yo, man, I appreciate all y'all for being here tonight, man. This was another amazing discussion that we had. And this wasn't even the full discussion. We was chopping it up way before this.
No doubt.
Still on 10. Ty, was good having you back, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You made your second episode. BK
I appreciate you having me.
Hitting me on consecutives. Chuck, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Your daughter is asleep, Chuck. Where you at? Your kids asleep, Chuck. Where you at? You know what I'm saying, Ty? You know what I'm saying, Rash? BK, I love y'all, boy. Be like,
appreciate you too, bro.
This again, man. After game 3,
absolutely.
Win, lose, or shine. After game 3, another wrap up if y'all will. And we can just continue to do everything, like I said, we need to do to will the team to win. Like I'm feeling fantastic. We still got 3 wins ahead of us, man.
That's right.
Difficult. They're not gonna lay down.
One down.
They coming back. But if we just could somehow conceive another win on the road, 2 wins in Boston.
That would be great.
Oh,
let's go.
That would be great. That would be like we already got home court advantage, but still we like winning on the road. So fuck you.
Let's go, man. Make some noise, man.
Let's go.
Why me? I got Ty with me. I got BK with me. I got Rash with me. Chuck is with us in spirit. Shout out to Timbo.
Let's go.
Hey, man, we love y'all boys, man. Let me.
Just.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Make some noise, man. Let's go, man.
Yes.
We out.
Go New York. Go New York.
Go
New York. Go.